Oh, it's that crazy color thing going on again. Alright, well. It's time. It is time. It is Homebrew Wednesday. Yeah, baby. My little buddy out of the way here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here from Little Face Brewing. Hope everybody's enjoying their Homebrew Wednesday. I know I am. Look at his beard. In support of Nate Pico, Under the Table Brewing. It's epic. And the wife absolutely loves it. Anyways, what do we got going on? Well, right now I'm drinking on about a 2-year-old double IPA, Simcoe. I like aged IPAs. What can I say? But this video has absolutely nothing to do with IPAs. What this video has to do with is pumpkin ales. You ask yourself, well, SG, why are you brewing a pumpkin ale now? Well, I'm brewing a pumpkin ale now so that when it comes time for the pumpkin ales to be released, it's going to be good to go. It's going to have a little bit of age on it. I like aged beers. Can't help it. And I think a pumpkin ale really doesn't start to taste good until it's got about a year on it. Well, this ain't going to have quite a year on it, but it'll have a couple months on it either way. So instead of doing one beer this weekend, I ended up doing 2. Because I kind of did an experiment with my mash and ended up with 2. And, well, you'll see that as we go on. So, without further ado, here is footage from my brew day on Saturday. Enjoy. What I'm doing differently this time than what I normally do is I've actually got 8 pounds of pumpkin. And I decided that it had been in the freezer and it had been in there for a while. So I pulled it out of the freezer. And what I decided to do was take that pumpkin and actually heat it up with my strike water. That's the pumpkin strike water. I'm going to put my grains in the mash tun first. Now the mash tun's in the house, and what I did was I took I just took hot tap water and ran enough in to cover my manifold and shut the lid, and that'll heat that up. Should heat that up enough. And I'm going to go ahead and put my grains, all of my grains, in the mash tun first. I have no idea how this is going to work. I will say though that the smell of the pumpkin is pretty good. Alright. Start. Oh man. Well, it's fitting. That's a good sign. And wow, listen to that. It fit. I don't think that's near enough water. Yeah. Well, that's what you run into when you have experiments, right? I'm going to go in and heat up another 2 gallons or so of water, and because that is nowhere near there, it's just moist. So there's 14.5 pounds of grains. Okay, there's 8 pounds of mashed pumpkin. Apparently 5.5 gallons of water and pumpkin mash mixture wasn't enough. So I went in and I've got another 3 gallons here on the stove, or on the on the cooker, heating up to add to this to try and bring it up to what I need it to be. I love this color. I'm really hoping that I can keep this color because it's what I was shooting for. I wanted to have it look like pumpkin pie filling. So that's the third pitcher, and there's still a lot of stuff floating around in that rascal. Well, I'm going to finish swapping this or recircling this around, and we'll see what we end up with. Yeah, 1062 reading. So needs to be better than 1062. It simply needs to be better than that. Alright, so that first running's gravity wasn't as bad now that I thought. So what it did was, remember, I had to add in all that water because the mash thickened up with the 8 pounds of pumpkin and all that jazz. Well, of course that affects your first runnings. So what I ended up doing was, it was 4.5 gallons of water with the pumpkin in it, and then I added another 3 gallon of water to the mash for a total 7.5 gallon of water for my strike. Well, that was a 1062, 1064 reading on a gathering of 4.5 gallons. That's what I ended up getting out of that. It was about 4.5 gallons. So what it did was I had no idea how much water I was going to need for my sparge, right? So I just heated up another 5 gallons of water. I figured, I'll take what I need, use the rest to clean up. Well, now that I know that I had a 1060 some on 4.5 gallons, which was normally my first runnings is about 2.5-ish. That original gravity would have been way higher than 1064. So I'm going to pull some out of here. I put another 5 gallons in there. I'm going to top off what I need for here. And then I'm going to spin this rascal around. I'm going to finish gathering it up in the other pot. I'm going to make 2 beers. Kind of a party gal. We'll see what it comes up to. Well, let's take a look, see what this looks like from this running. It has still got plenty of color to it. Plenty of color. This might actually work out pretty good. And shit, if I have to get another full 5 gallon out of here, so what we'll do is what'll be the pumpkin with the molasses and all that jazz in it, and the other one will just be an IPA. Pumpkin IPA. I have no idea. This is actually my second runnings. And look how dark that is. Yeah. This'll work. Far out. Got 2 brews going now. It's a little dark in here, so flashlight time. Got a nice rolling boil going here. This is the pumpkin ale. Don't need a flashlight for that one. And this is a IPA. No idea what it's going to turn out like, or even what it's going to do. I took 4 pounds of my amber LME that I have in there. I always keep a jug of liquid malt extract. Dumped it in there. The reading off of this was on my hydrometer 1022, 1024. So then I added 4 pounds of LME. I've got a little bit. I got probably 6 gallons over here. So we'll boil that rascal down, putting in an ounce of nugget at the beginning of the boil and an ounce of Amarillo in the last 10 minutes. So it's going to be an IPA of some sort. Just haven't figured out how I'm going to figure the other part out. Nah. With a little bit of pumpkin in it. Could taste like ass. Could be the best beer I ever made. Who knows? All this while we're smoking pheasants, turkeys, we're doing some meatballs, we got some shrimp, we got all kinds of food going on. Cooking outdoors, baby. Oh yeah. Yep. Old Silent Flay's got the fire going there in the fire pit. Using the giant cooker for a work table. And we got some fat. What all the hell do we got going? Or I should say you got going. Pheasants, turkey.
Pheasants, turkey breast, butternut squash.
Oh, with the rum in it.
With the rum in it. The meatballs have the sweet stout.
Oh, nice job. Yeah, buddy.
You don't get in my shape without being able to do something
Hey.
in the kitchen.
Zeus. Like a fucking Greek god.
The little fat one. I'm more like Buddha.
Buddha. Yeah, hey, wait, people worship Buddha too, I tell you what. International Harvester! Ho, ho, ho! Well, so I hope you guys enjoyed that footage. A little bit of a recap. Yep, did 2 beers. Kind of a party gal as such. And I think I know where I went wrong with my low gravity reading on the first runnings. Doing the pumpkin mash strike water combination, I think started to put sugars into my water prior to it going in with the grains. So I'm thinking that my water probably soaked up about as much grains as it was going to get. So it's a theory, not exactly sure, and I'm going to give it a try because I'd like to actually try and do that bill maybe again and see if I get a better gravity reading out of it. We'll see. But I'll use it as I'll do a different style beer, and I'll try to stay in that general area as far as what the grain bill itself is. So there you have it, folks. They're both fermenting away over there. Bubbling away. Gotta love that. And yeah, food was great. And I'm hoping the beer is good. Anyways, this is SJ Poor from Little Face Pro. Enjoy the fruits here ladies, folks. Fruit beer. We're wonderful beer. Cheers.